Hey guys, I'm Natalie.
I'm Emmanuel.
And we're your hosts for our show, Flavors of Israel.
We're going to be taking you guys around to the kitchens of local chefs where they're going to teach you authentic Israeli dishes.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Flavors of Israel. Today we are with the winner of 2016 MasterChef, Tom Aviv.
Hey Emmanuel.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. What are you going to be making us? What are you going to be teaching us how to make today?
We're gonna do a Tunisian sandwich.
Tunisian sandwich.
Yes.
Okay, so where do we start?
Where do we start? First of all, it's an easy sandwich.
Okay.
We're not gonna use any heats, no pans, no pots, no nothing.
Okay.
We're gonna do it all cold. We're gonna start with the tuna.
Got it.
I will be happy to start with the tuna because it's the main ingredient
Right.
of the Tunisian sandwich. So we have canned oiled tuna because oiled
Tastes
it's
better.
always better. Yes. Let's be honest. And we're gonna mix it up with some flavors. We're gonna put some Indian flavors in it. We're gonna try to make it yellow.
Okay.
This is what we want. So first of all, we're gonna take turmeric and some curry powder.
Okay.
We're gonna put a little bit of each. 1 spoon of turmeric, 1 spoon of curry powder.
Okay.
Indian curry powder, because we want it Indian.
Indian style.
Indian style. Exactly. Everything is yellow till now. So it's kind of yellow.
Right.
It's a colorful sandwich
Right.
because we're gonna use harissa, which is red.
Okay,
The
right.
tuna gonna be yellow. The bread, the greens. It's gonna be very colorful. So
Yeah.
we're gonna like it. 1.5, 2 spoons of mayonnaise. Like if you want to be healthy, you can
Right.
put less. But I prefer tastier
Yes,
than healthier.
agreed.
Right now. Right now. Not every day. Right now.
And we mix it up.
Yeah, and we mix it up. That's the start. Okay, we try to combine everything together to one whole mass. I'm gonna use cilantro leaves. I'm gonna chop it fine. One word about chopping greens.
Right.
Try to pass just one time on it. So if you chop it fine, if you want to chop it fine once.
Once, don't
When
jump.
you do it twice or 3 times, like
Yeah.
4 times, you take all the flavors out and it's gonna be black and
Not tasty.
not tasty. A bit of cilantro,
Right.
okay? We're gonna continue with lemon zest. Ooh, lemon zest. No lemon in the tuna because I don't want, okay, usually if I want to be fancier,
Right.
I will use a red fresh tuna.
Okay.
If I will put the lemon juice on the red fresh tuna, it will cook it.
Right.
We don't want to cook it, we just want the flavor. We want the aroma, we want the
Zest.
Yeah, the zest is like a perfume for the sauce, for the mask, for everything. So I try to use a lot of lemon zest.
Right.
In everything I use, we're gonna, not a whole lemon zest, of course, we're gonna do like
A little bit of each side.
like if we count 1, 2, let's do 3 of those.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Spring onion. Uno. Just 1.
Just.
Okay? We have to use salt.
Yes, I'm a salt person. I
You
love
are?
salt. Yes. I put salt on. You know those people that put salt on things before they try the food?
Yes.
I'm that person.
Ah, that's it. Okay.
Okay.
So the mass is ready.
Yes.
Second thing we're gonna do, potato. I boiled 1 potato.
Right. One
Okay?
potato.
1 potato. So we have the yellow ingredient. Now we're gonna do a red harissa potato salad.
Got it.
Okay? Cut the half of 3 to 3 and then 1, 2, 3. So we have like cubes.
Okay.
Okay?
So tell us, how was MasterChef? What did you expect?
So obviously I wasn't expecting to win. We start paprika.
Paprika on the potato.
On the potatoes, yes, red. We started a lot of people. In
Right.
the
It's a lot of
competition.
people starting out.
Exactly. And I saw them. They looked huge.
Right.
Like huge conceptually.
Right.
And I saw them and I said, I have no chance. Like that's
It's like, why did I even come here?
What am I doing here? Harissa. Yeah.
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon of
harissa.
harissa, of course. Harissa is very important because harissa will give it the flavors, will connect the Indian flavors
Right.
to the Tunisian, Israeli.
Right.
Yeah, that's a fusion. That's the contrast between the two words. So,
1 peeled hard-boiled egg.
nice. Now, we have the 3 main ingredients. We need the sauce.
Okay.
What sauce do we use in Israel?
Trina.
Exactly. My trina, 3 ingredients. More trina, water, and I use lemon.
Yep.
That's it.
It's the classic way.
Nothing more. In this particular trina, in the end, we're gonna put 1 spoon of harissa in it, just to give it
A little fun.
a little fun. Half lemon. I squeezed like half of and half, so it's like a quarter of a lemon.
Right.
Salt, I always play in the end.
Right.
And I will start to whisk. Water, slowly. So we're gonna play with it. We're gonna blend
It's
it
gonna
in.
get thicker eventually.
Yes, exactly, and it's gonna absorb the taste from the harissa that we put in the potatoes, which is nice. There's one thing that is missing in our sandwich to make it perfect. Red chili.
Yo.
And we're gonna use a Maggi tomato. It's very, very sweet, and it's gonna be a contrast.
Right. It's gonna balance it out a little bit.
Half chopped
And sliced.
and sliced, and half we're just gonna put the blood on it, the blood of the tomato,
Yeah.
or how you wanna call it, because this is milder than the lemon, but it's still sour and
has that-
fresh.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to burn the bread a little
Okay.
bit. I want to give it like a burn.
And what would normally be done is put it in a toaster, but because this is MasterChef Israel over here
So
right
we're
now,
gonna burn it with the burner.
we're gonna burn it like this.
because it's all about, you know.
Why not?
Yeah, because we have it here. So, a little bit, just a touch. You feel? You have the burn
Smoky.
scent, smoky scent. Exactly. Okay, first, good amount. Be generous with the tahina.
This is the good part.
Obviously, both sides.
Next.
You go.
This.
Tuna, yeah? Actually, I did a fricassee. The other name of Tunisian sandwich is fricassee. I did a version in the final of MasterChef.
In the final of MasterChef.
Yes. In the MasterChef version, I used the potatoes to do a latke.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Very Jewish. Very Jewish. Doing a latke. Potatoes
On top.
on top.
So guys, this is a MasterChef winning dish right here, minus the canned tuna. But you guys can get the idea. This is a winner. I'm excited.
Exactly. Egg. We chop. And
My
tahina.
favorite part of an Israeli salad, the tomato sauce at the bottom.
Exactly. And we close. Voila, your Tunisian sandwich.
Hello everybody and welcome to Flavors of Israel. We're now here with our chef for the day, Lily Aronin, who's from Los Angeles, California, living here in Israel. She's also a holistic health coach. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what that is?
Thank you so much for having me, Natalie. I'm really excited to be here. And a holistic health coach, and the idea of holistic health is to take convenience and your real actual life and allow it to become healthier, for you emotionally, physically, and to take that and then move that into empowering you overall throughout your life, instead of taking what you eat and making your whole life revolve around that.
So when did you start living this healthy lifestyle?
So I struggled with health and weight from when I was a kid, from probably around age 10. And then when I turned 18, I really kind of came to Israel for the first time. And it was the first time I got to see Jewish culture in a healthier way, where it revolved around fresh ingredients and the shuk and spices and wonderful vegetarian cuisine versus kind of the traditional Ashkenazi heavier food that I'd grown up with. Mm-hmm. And that kind of lit a spark in me, and I lost about 25 pounds when I was here that year. And developed a love of health, fitness, mixed with psychology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Israel is definitely known for having amazing food.
Absolutely, and a wonderful, empowering food culture.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're making lasagna. Doesn't sound that healthy to me.
Absolutely. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using these gluten-free brown rice noodles, and we're only using them as the bottom layer to kind of help it to stay together, because the vegetables have such a high water content that just half a noodle is going to make all the difference.
Perfect.
And I have kids. I have 5 little kids, and what I do is I sneak the second half of the lasagna layer on the top, so that when you look at the lasagna, it looks like it's a regular lasagna, and then they bite into it, and it's delicious and full of vegetables, high in protein, and still low in carbohydrates and gluten-free.
Lovely. Can't wait to try it. What is the first step?
So the first step we're going to do is to prepare our cheese. So I have an organic egg here, and I have this wonderful Israeli cheese. Now, if you're not in Israel, so it's very sad for you, but you can use ricotta cheese for this. And you could also use kind of a higher protein, make sure it's lower fat, and that's going to give you a wonderful creaminess. But this product is really special. This is gvina levana, and they've taken out all the water. So you have a much denser kind of like Greek yogurt of white cheese here. And this is 3% fat and pretty high in protein, and it has this amazing creaminess.
So what do you typically use this type of cheese for?
You can use this type of cheese for any kind of lasagna or quiche to lower the saturated fat content, but still have that yummy, indulgent creaminess that we all really want.
Cool.
So now we're going to add 1 egg, and this is our organic egg. Okay. And now we're going to add some dried basil. This is Himalayan sea salt. And it's full of different kind of vitamins and minerals that you can't get in regular salt. And we're adding just a little bit to keep everything very low sodium, and that's gonna keep the flavor high. But when you add a lot of salt, especially to children's food or to your own food, you're training yourself to think that that's normal, and you lose appreciation for the natural flavor of your food, and that's when you start to feel like healthy food is tasteless. So our next step is going to be to prepare our zucchini, our vegetables.
So someone told me that you have to peel the mushrooms.
That's actually a custom in South Africa and in certain parts of England. In America, what we usually do is, my brother, who's a chef in Los Angeles, taught me to wipe them down with a dry paper towel and make sure that they're clean. And that's it, because if you use water to wash them, they're sponges and they actually absorb all the water and lose all their flavor. Okay, so we're gonna start with crushed tomatoes, and I like to add a little more basil to these.
So now we're adding the lasagna. Does this need to be cooked at all? Boiled in water?
This is a brown rice gluten-free pasta, and it doesn't need to be pre-cooked. The sauce plus the water that's gonna be released from the vegetables is actually gonna cook it within the dish.
So this completely cooks in the oven, and with the water from the vegetable, does it come out crunchy?
Not at all. What we want it to be is firm, because it's going to actually be the cement that's going to balance the vegetables, which we're going to use as the rest of the pasta in the dish.
Then comes the cheese, the best part.
And now we're going to start adding our vegetables. So we're going to add a little bit of the roquette. And you can use any green here that you wanted. The roquette actually is full of omega-3 fats. Then we're gonna add the zucchini. We're gonna add more of our sauce. Because we're using the zucchini as the pasta, this is actually very low in carb and much higher in vegetables, because we're also using just real pure pureed tomatoes. So now, which way should we go? Should we add zucchini final layer, or should we do a pasta final layer?
I think it's packed with enough vegetables.
Let's go with the pasta.
What a beauty.
And then here we do the end of our sauce, some fresh basil leaves. So this is part skim mozzarella. So again, it's a little lower in fat, but it's gonna give that gooey, cheesy lasagna feel. And we're gonna do it by only adding 2 tablespoons of cheese on the top.
So now we put this in the oven. How long does it have to be in there for, and for what temperature?
So at a 350 Fahrenheit, or about 185 Celsius, You're gonna cover it with tin foil and make sure you tent it so the cheese doesn't get stuck to the top of the tin foil. Covered for 30 minutes and then uncovered so it gets golden bubbly for about another 5 to 7 minutes.
So now for my favorite part of the show is to actually try the food. This came out looking really nice.
And it looks indulgent. You're like, ooh, I want some of that cheesy. And you get all those layers.
Tastes exactly like regular traditional lasagna.
Except that all those layers of vegetables on the inside. Lunch.
Hello everybody and welcome to Flavors of Israel. We're now here with our chef for the day, Lily Aronin, who's also a holistic health coach. So I can't wait to see what you have for us today.
So we actually have another dish that can easily be made gluten-free today, as long as you swap in gluten-free soy sauce. But we're gonna be making a mason jar salad.
Ooh.
And these are perfect if you're busy and you're on the go, or you wanna kind of prep at the beginning of the week and eat out of your fridge for the rest of the week because you're really busy and you love sushi.
Everyone that knows me knows that I love Asian food, so I'm excited for this one.
So we have a lot of different ingredients here today, and they're all really good for you in a different way. So we have salmon, which is a gorgeous fresh salmon fillets. And if you really love sushi and you have a fish guy who you trust, you can get sushi grade salmon, and you can even do this raw, but we're gonna steam the fish a little bit today.
Okay.
Just so that we can make it in this mason jar, and you can make a few of these, and they would last 4 or 5 days in your fridge. We also have some beautiful butter lettuce in different colors, and Arab lettuce mixed in here, as well as portobello mushrooms, avocado, brown sushi rice, fresh ginger, pickled ginger, and wakame. So all of these things together are going to make our amazing mason jars. The avocado and the salmon, which are full of omega-3 fats. And those are really good for lowering the chance of heart disease. Also, they are great for brain function. So in terms of protecting your health when you're young, so that your brain is functioning optimally even when you're older and aging. Brown rice here is replacing the traditional white sticky sushi rice. And you still, as you can see, get that wonderful sticky texture, except that you're getting all of this amazing fiber, which is also going great for your blood sugar and to lower cholesterol. So really this is gonna be good for you and delicious.
Great. So what's our first move?
Our first move is going to be to season the salmon. So we have our pan, and we're going to be adding a variety of things. We're going to be adding soy sauce.
Okay.
And we're going to add a little pickled ginger. We're going to add some fresh ginger. And that, with the salmon, in a little boiling water, we're gonna let it steam for just 2 to 3 minutes, just so it's cooked through, so that we don't take any chance of bacteria, etc., while we keep it in our fridge all week.
So now we are going to put this on the stove on a low heat, high flame, till it sizzles.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on a high heat just for a minute or two till the sauce kind of boils.
Okay.
Then we're going to turn it down to simmer for just 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the size of your pan and the size of your fish fillet. Then we're going to leave it, turn off the fire, and let it sit for another 3 minutes. So 6 minutes total cooking time for the entire recipe.
Well, the salmon just came off the stove. Looks gorgeous, that pink color it got. So what do we do with it now?
So now what we're going to do is we're going to build our mason jar salad. And while we do that, we're going to take some of our wakame out so we get that yummy crunch. We're going to actually add some recently boiled water to the wakame, and that's going to turn these crunchy, dark, beautiful things into soft, gorgeous, bright green leafy greens.
Wow, you can see how it really changed color. It has that nice green color and expand a little bit.
And as you see even, it's now really just like leafy greens, and it's gonna add a ton of flavor and really make you feel like you're eating sushi when you eat the salad.
Okay.
So whenever you make a mason jar salad, the rule is always we wanna put our dressing at the bottom, and that way it doesn't make all the leafy greens on the top
Soggy.
and last a week. So we're gonna add a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of pickled ginger. How much ginger do you like? Do you love pickled ginger or not so much?
I like pickled everything, so.
Me too. If you had like different pickled vegetables or kimchi, you could also add that to your salad.
I have sort of like a salt tooth, not a sweet tooth, so anything salty I love.
Then we're gonna add just a little bit of fresh ginger down there in our dressing and a teeny bit of maple syrup, and that's just gonna give it a little bit of sweetness. Just a drizzle. Because sushi rice naturally is a little bit sweet. And we're just gonna shake that up. And we're all ready to kind of add our fillers. Now we're gonna add in some brown rice. And the reason we're putting the rice onto the dressing is it's gonna absorb all that yummy flavor and keep it away from our vegetables. Now here, at this point, you could add any vegetables you wanted. So again, if you're really not a great vegetable eater, you could add cucumber and carrot and kind of load it up. We're gonna use the portobello mushrooms and avocado.
Okay, well, let me give you a hand with cutting the vegetables. I'll cut the avocado.
Fantastic, and I'll do the mushrooms.
Are we using the whole avocado or just half of it?
We're gonna use half an avocado because we're kind of making one large portion here. Here we have our dressing, our brown sushi rice, portobello mushroom, ginger, wakame, avocado, and our salmon, and a little more pickled ginger. We're gonna finish with a gorgeous butter lettuce, and by putting it on top, it's gonna last for a few days, sealed in the mason jar in your fridge.
Wow, looks great.
And you could take that on the road with you when you're traveling Israel and you need a quick lunch. And there's only fast food, and it really is the perfect way to travel with a salad.
So when you're ready to eat the salad, you mix it all up and...
Are you ready?
Yes.
All that dressing.
Like a cocktail.
Exactly. Is gonna go to the bottom, mix everything up, and then you're gonna pour it out onto your...
Wow, just like at a restaurant.
So our final touch is a little bit of that dried wakame for crunch.
And it's ready to be
bon
eaten.
appetit. And you know, we sell these in the mason jars in plastic containers like that to people who are really busy, who want to be following our nutrition plan, who want to be eating healthy, and just need a little bit of help.
So you make these dishes, these healthy dishes at home, and then you deliver it to the people that order from you?
Absolutely, and we are very small. It's very elite service. We only do it to people who really are committed to eating a healthy lifestyle, or maybe just had a baby and really want to be indulged in something pure and healthy and personal.
Wow, this is amazing. I love this. It's just like so many different flavors in one dish. So
Exactly,
good.
okay.
The freshness of the avocado, saltiness of the
Wakame.
wakame.